Hi guys, the Ekrcoaster here, and today I have something very cool for you. So, as you can see by looking at this lovely tower here, we have an interesting tower, I guess. We have some wood, we have some pistons, we have some spruce wood, we have some jukeboxes, and some obsidian. It's a very glamorous build, I guess, but that's not the important part. The important part is I have built a working Minecraft elevator that is essentially almost flush, I guess, or seamless. We just have a few pistons right here, but I guess it really depends on how you use it. It's very somewhat flexible, and so yeah, so let's go. So all you need to do is stand on these two blocks. Actually, you could stand right here, you could stand right there, you could bring a friend, we could bring an arm stand in, all of that. So you can stand right here and flick this lever, and there we go. We are traveling up, we're traveling up on this infinitely expandable elevator. So we're gonna fly all the way up to the top, and we get to the top of the screen. We're not taking food, server friendly as well. We hit the top, and we have to manually go turn it down. And essentially what that does is, yeah, this is the elevator. It's pretty cool. We can look out into the void and see all of the prettiness, and we can always go back down. I don't have the control as accessible, but we can always go back down. And of course, you guys would go through this, you would pretty it up and make it with the buttons or buttons. So you can go down, copy it, and then you can stop at the bottom, and you get down and you go right up. Have a merry day. So essentially, this design is very, this is it. It's literally almost 3 blocks wide. That's essentially it. It's very compact and very cool. So there's a little bit of redstone down there and a little bit of, there's a lot, not a little bit, a lot of observers. But let's go look at this in more detail. Alright, so I've stripped the elevator down from its beauty, and you can see it looks a little ugly, I guess. There's a lot of redstone going on. Of course, you'd have this all on the ground. This would be about your ground level right here. And yeah, so there's about 6 slime blocks-ish. Of course, this is all expandable to a point because there's a 12 block limit. And so I usually keep it about here. That's what you do. There's a few downsides. First of all, you have to build the outsides out of a non-movable object block, and then the insides of the shaft you cannot have anything. So I guess you could just sit on top of the piston or right here. Usually those type of elevators are not that glamorous, but essentially it does work. So we can flick this, and you see our little elevator friend goes all the way there. Pretty fast, I guess. Not but it's not fast. So he'll go all the way up, and when he gets to the top, he'll stop with the obsidian, and then we can turn this guy off, and he'll automatically go back down. And he's ready. So that'll de-extend, maybe? Oh, right. So, something happened there. Don't worry, that probably won't happen when you guys build it. Here we go. That will delete it right there. He's going down his merry way. And it's actually very simple. It uses a bunch of observer mechanics, and yeah. So, there was this old kind of video where it had this train, as you see right here, where it had a sticky piston and then a normal piston, and essentially this like blew my mind back then. So like the sticky piston would push it, and then the sticky piston would stick it out. So essentially you could do this and it would be infinitely expandable. Back then it was so complex to do it because of course you didn't have observers, but now you do. So essentially what it does is so each pillar right there has observers facing the direction that the block is traveling, and then some observers facing the wall, and then they're powering this wall. Of course, there'd be no air gaps between. So what it does is, so if we were to, let's just reset this here, grab both of these. So you place this right there and like that. So whatever you like place a block right here, it detects it, and then it sends a signal all the way up through here, which also sends a signal through here. So when this guy detects a block, he tells his friend that he detected a block, and then he tells his friend, and he tells his friend all the way up to the top. While these guys, they're in between, so when he sees that he sent the message, he's gonna blurt out and tell this piston to move, and he's gonna do that repeating process over there. So when you do a block right here, see, and he's done. Pretty simple stuff. So essentially we just have that going either way. So this way is going up and this way is going down. And actually, don't worry about that. This side is going down right there. So essentially these guys are flipped. So the sticky piston's on the bottom, so it can go back down, and then they push each other up and down. Very simple. I almost said complex. And then we have the 2 clocks right here, which control it. And then this entire thing is optional. I just have this so I don't have to have that clock way up here, because this is the input right there. and then we have the bud fixer back there. So let's go into the tutorial and I will show you guys how to build this. Alright, to start out you need an elevator shaft 4 wide, as high as you want, almost like another portal made out of any immovable object, and you essentially just want, this is your shaft, so this is where the elevator is going to be, and your floor level is going to be about right here. So 3 blocks off the ground. So what you're going to do is you're going to first start out by placing your train. So go on the left and start building up with the observers. You don't need to worry about the top, and you don't need to worry about the bottom. So then you're going to put some redstone right here and then create a little hopper clock, or not hopper clock, I said that in the last taping. Not hopper clock, redstone clock, and then set that to 2 ticks right there. And then set that into subtract mode, and there you go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your observers and you're going to place them facing this way, so the arrow is facing towards the obsidian or whatever block you're using, and just go all the way up. So that is essentially one side done. Now, so what we can see is if we turn this clock on right here, our piston will react. Perfect. So now we're going to go on this side and do the exact same with a little twist. First of all, we're going to go over here and place down, going all the way down, so that our chain is going down. And that essentially would mean that, so yeah, our chain's going all the way down, perfect, because this is the way that goes down. So then we have our observers facing against the thing. Make sure that it is not facing towards the observers, otherwise it will not work. Make sure that it's facing towards the obsidian. And there you go. So then, what I would do is put a redstone right there, and there will be a redstone right here soon. So here's the optional part you can do. So, okay, so like I was saying, so you can either have your hopper clock up right here, or you can have what I'm going to do, which I think, like, this is the base tower down there. So then if you want to do what I'm doing, which you have another row of hoppers, or not hoppers, I don't even know what I'm saying. So then you essentially do what you did over here, and you put a redstone right here, and essentially just build up all the way here. And then you put redstone right there. So that essentially, your redstone will go up to here, go all the way up the tower, and go across. Then this guy will detect it right up in between his nose, in between his eyes, and he'll set it back down. Perfect. So now you want to set up your hopper clock right here, like this. This, not a slime block. I keep saying hopper, I don't know what's wrong. Like that. So that is essentially it. Put that in subtract mode, and there we go. So I keep getting interrupted. It's so very annoying. So you can see this side now. Perfect. A little bit faster each, and there we go. So this is essentially all the redstoning done. So now if we were to put the normal piston facing up with the sticky piston facing down, 2 slime blocks, and then a sticky piston facing up with a normal piston facing down, you can see that it works. Perfect. Now, of course, yours will be much higher, but you can see now if we click this, it's not working. Now, the reason for that is you need a fix. So what you need to do is you need to go over to this side, place your wool or whatever you're using. I prefer to use wool because it looks very nice. And then essentially what you need to do is you need to prevent it from, so this is budded right now. If you were to hit that block, it'd be budded. So how to fix that is you go like this right here, and put a block right here so they do not connect, and then this is your input right here. That's where you would trigger that. And then get a redstone torch out from here, place it right here, run it all the way around up to here, like this. Place a monostable circuit in right here, like so, and then a repeater set to 3 ticks, I think, and then a simple, let's see, so I think it is a simple repeater right there. So now that is essentially everything done. Actually, nope, you need a redstone piece right there. So now what you do is you send a pulse up from here, so that when he detects that this redstone is triggered, then he's going to run up, and right here, place a piston right there, so he's facing there, kind of, and put a redstone torch right there, not torch, a redstone block right there. So you can see, what it's going to do is, from this point of perspective, if we were to break this, for instance, this guy flashes, and then this guy gets a block update and says, hey, I'm not supposed to be powered, so then he depowers. Pretty cool. Nope, there we go. So yeah, this is essentially it done. So now you can see he'll go back down. You don't have to worry about this guy getting stuck because this is a sticky piston. So yep, it's pretty cool. So this will work up and down. It's understandable, and yep, all is great. So if you're wondering on how this works, it's essentially when this guy is powered, when a piston is powered, like for instance right here, you don't need to build this. When a piston is powered, right here, you cannot move it. No matter how much you try, you cannot. Let me do this. No matter. Oops. Oh my goodness, I cannot place. No matter how much you try, you cannot move it. As soon as you unpower it, it moves. Actually, that was the problem here. This guy got bud powered, and so then these two pistons could not move him. So yeah, that is essentially it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.